If you've ever felt totally confused by your credit score, you are not alone. Most people think a credit score is like a report card for how responsible you are with money, but that simple assumption is the root of so much frustration. Here's the truth. A credit score does not measure your effort. It doesn't measure your good intentions. And it definitely does not measure how hard you're trying to do the right thing with your finances. A credit score measures one thing: risk. Specifically, it predicts how likely you are to miss payments in the future based on patterns in your past credit behavior. It doesn't care about your income, your financial goals, or the personal circumstances that led to a financial decision. This is the first and most important thing to understand. Your credit score is not a reward system. It's a predictive model. It looks at your history and uses that data to estimate future risk. When a lender pulls your credit, they're not asking, "Is this a good, responsible person?" They're asking it, statistically, how likely is this account to become a problem for us? Your score is the answer to that question. So what data points does it actually use? It measures how consistently you make your payments over time. That's payment history. It measures how much of your available credit you're using right now. That's your credit utilization. It measures how long you've been using credit, which is your credit age. It looks at how often you're applying for new credit, known as hard inquiries. And it considers the different types of credit you manage, like credit cards, car loans, and mortgages. All of these are signals that help lenders assess their risk. But here's what it doesn't measure. And this is where the confusion comes from. It doesn't know how much money you make. It doesn't see how much effort you're putting into paying down debt. It has no idea if you've been taking financial literacy courses. And it doesn't really care if you're making progress in your personal financial journey. This is why someone can pay every single bill on time and still see their score drop after paying off a loan. And it's why someone with less income might have a higher score. The system isn't judging your character. It's just evaluating its exposure to risk. Another common misunderstanding is thinking that your score tells the whole story. It doesn't. Your credit score is just a summary number. The real details, the full story, are in your credit report. That's where lenders can see your complete account history, balances, credit limits, and payment patterns. The score just reacts to whatever information is being reported there. This is also why timing is so important. Two people can do the exact same thing, like pay down a credit card, but see totally different results on their score. It's not because one person did it wrong. It's because the system reacts differently based on when and how that information gets reported by the creditor. Again, it's not about fairness. It's about risk modeling. The system also doesn't care about the why behind your actions. A late payment that happened because of a sudden medical emergency is treated exactly the same as a late payment from simply forgetting the due date. The system doesn't process context. It only processes data points. Once you really let that sink in, credit stops feeling so personal and emotional. And that's a huge step forward. Because when you stop treating your credit score emotionally, you can start treating it strategically. Instead of asking yourself, "Why isn't this working? I'm trying so hard." You can start asking, "What signal am I sending to the credit system right now with this action?" That small shift in perspective changes everything. You stop chasing quick fixes and gimmicks. You stop panicking over small temporary fluctuations in your score. And you start focusing on building a strong, stable credit profile over the long term. That's how people build excellent credit. Not by trying harder, but by understanding how the system actually works and using that knowledge to their advantage. So if your credit score has ever felt confusing, random, or just plain unfair, it's probably because you were measuring yourself by your effort while the system was measuring you by your risk. Once you align your strategy with how it actually works, the confusion starts to fade away and you can finally feel in control. If you want more clear, simple explanations like this one instead of just guessing, make sure you subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications. Save this video so you can come back to it later, and please share it with anyone you know who's trying to rebuild their credit and finances. I have more videos coming soon that break down exactly how credit really works. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.